Okay, so on this one, we're wanting to solve this square root equation. And what's hard about this one in particular is it makes us answer as a fraction. We have to give a fraction answer, which could be a little bit painful. Fractions are always challenging to deal with. Decimals are easier. So as you know. So anyway, so here's the equation. Here's the equal sign, got left side, right side. So you know the deal. Whenever we have a root in there, you know the game plan. Step number one is to get the root alone. Got to get the root alone. So subtract 8 from both sides for starters. And so what do we get? Minus 4 square root of x plus 10 is minus 3. So we're trying to get the root alone. One more step, we got to divide by that -4, don't we? Because that -4 is right next to the root, which means it's times. So the opposite of times is divide. Whenever we divide by the very same sign and everything. The identical twin. You with me on that? Let me remind you that when we add, subtract, we add or subtract the opposite side, right? Plus 8, we subtract 8. Whereas when you're dividing, you divide by the exact same identical twin, same sign, same everything. And so these guys cancel. And so we get square root of x plus 10. Now on the other side, we have to leave it a fraction. We can't make it a decimal. On your calculator, it'd be 0.75 as a decimal, but we can't do that. We have to leave it 3/4 because they want a fraction answer. And where'd the negatives go? Well, you know, 2 negatives multiplied or divided become positive, don't they? So they're gone. They're positive. Now, so I got the root alone. That's step number 1. Get the root alone. Step number 2 is parentheses second power. Parentheses second power, both sides, huh? So I'm going to go parentheses, 2 power, 2 power. That's how we handle roots, don't we? We isolate them, and then we 2 power both sides, and that gets rid of the root. Okay, so let's come on down. So what's going to happen here now is we're going to have 2 of these roots. 10, x plus 10. And same thing over here. We're going to have 2 of these. Because that's what a 2 power means, is 2 of them. So we have 2 roots on the left side and 2 3/4 on the right side. Now you know the deal with roots. It's a 2 for 1 deal. So 2x plus 10s in the root will lead to 1x plus 10 out of the root, right? That's what square roots always do. They're a 2 for 1 deal. So you get 2 square root x plus 10s in the root, 1 of them out. Now what happens on the other side? Well, you just multiply top times top and bottom times bottom. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 4 is 16. That's how we multiply fractions, right? Just straight, top, top, bottom, bottom. Now we're almost there. We're just 1 step away. We gotta finish getting x alone. How do we do it? Subtract 10 from both sides, right? To get that x alone there. Yeah. Bring this line down here, separating the left side from the right side. Okay. Equals. So on this side, the 10s cancel. And I'll just bring this down here. We just have x alone. On the other side, we have 9/16 take away 10. So this is what I wanted to show you. How do we do that? Everybody good so far? Does this make sense? So we had x plus 10 equals 9/16. We just subtracted 10 from both sides to get the x alone. Now, how do we carry out 9/16 take away 10? Well, you put the 10 over 1, make it look like a fraction. It's still just 10. And then you multiply top and bottom by 16, right? To get a common denominator, as long as you do the same thing top and bottom, you haven't changed the fraction. And so then what does that become? It's going to become 9/16. Take away 10 times 16 is 160 over 16. Right? I just multiplied top times top, bottom times bottom, and then subtract those. So the common denominator here is 16. And then 9 take away 160. What is that? 151 negative 151 over 16. And that's our answer. They want you to type it in just like that. No decimals. They require a fraction answer. So that's how we do it. So how do we handle a square root problem? You know, you get the root alone, and then you 2 power both sides. Then you got to leave it as a fraction, 3/4 and 3/4 9/16. The 2x plus 10 in a root is 1x plus 10 out of a root. And then we just subtract 10 from both sides. And then to do this, we got to get common denominator. And there's our final answer. So there we go.